Hello my dear friends, welcome to my channel. This is Vincy Joshi. Today we can discuss some points related to burn. How we have to calculate the percentage of burn according to the rule of 9, as well as the amount of fluid we have to give the person with burn according to the Parkland formula. Okay, then before that we can go to some points related to burn. What is burn? What are the kinds of burn? There are 4 kinds of burns: thermal burns, chemical burns, electrical burns and radiation burns. We have to calculate the severity of burn according to the percentage of total body surface area. It's a calculation used to calculate the total body surface area percentage of the body that is burnt. That means it is a quick method to identify or to calculate how much body surface area has to be burnt while a person comes to the clinic with the complaint of burn. So we have to first of all we have to calculate the percentage of the body surface area that can be burnt. That means partial thickness burns, third degree burn or first degree burn. We have to calculate it according to this rule of 9. Now we can look at this picture. How we have to identify the percentage of body surface area. So the head is 4.5%, the anterior part is 4.5 as well as the posterior also 4.5%. The trunk, the whole trunk, anterior part 18%, the posterior part 18%. One hand is 9%, so anterior is 4.5, posterior is 4.5. Then perineum area, the one that is 1%. One leg is total one leg 18%. When we divided anterior and posterior, 9 plus 9, 18%. This is the surface area. We have to calculate the percentage of burn, the percent according this rule of 9. If we can go through one example and can calculate the percentage of burn. This is our question. A 35-year-old female patient has deep partial thickness burn on the front and back of both arms, anterior trunk, back of the left leg, anterior and posterior sides of the right leg, posterior head and neck, and the perineum. What is the total body surface area percentage that is burnt? This is our question. A 35-year-old patient came to the hospital with deep partial thickness and they mentioned what are the areas are involved. So we have to calculate the percentage of body surface area or the percentage of burn according to the rule of 9. Clear? Again we can go to the picture of rule of 9. So our question, front and back of both arms, that means 18%. One arm is 9%, front and back of both arms, that means 18%. Then anterior trunk 9 plus 9, 18%. The back of the left leg, one leg is equal to 18%, the back means 9%. The anterior and posterior side of a right leg, that means 18%. Then posterior head and neck, whole head 9%, the posterior side 4.5%, the perineum 1%. So our answer is altogether 68.5%. Got it? Then we can move to Parkland formula. What is Parkland formula? It is a calculation to use to calculate the total volume of fluid that a patient is going to need about 24 hours after receiving a severe burn. That is Parkland formula. Fluid replacement is important during the first 24 hours. A person came to the hospital with a complaint of the burn, severe burn. The fluid replacement is one of the important thing we have to do. So it is important especially on the first 24 hours. In adult, the burn percentage is 15 to 25% of or more. The body needs some kinds of fluid resuscitation. While in children, the burn percentage is 10% or more, needs some kinds of fluid replacement. Lactated ringer are commonly used solution when a person came to the burn because it's an isotonic solution and will help expand that intravascular compartment. Then how we have to calculate the volume of fluid that has to be given to the person. That formula is Parkland formula. The Parkland formula is volume of fluid or volume of ringer lactate is equal to 4 ml into the percentage of body surface area into weight. Especially we have to think the weight in kilogram. We get an amount of fluid. The half of the fluid in the first 8 hours and the remaining half hours over the 16 hours. This is the fluid calculation according to the Parkland formula. So then now we can move to one question related to this point. This is our question. A 46-year-old male patient has partial thickness burn on anterior head and back, front and back of the left arm, front of right arm, posterior trunk, front and back of right leg, back of the right leg. The patient weight is 180 pounds. Using the Parkland burn formula to calculate fluid replacement, calculate the hourly fluid rate for this patient over the next 24 hours. First of all, we have to calculate the percentage of burn according to rule of 9. So we can look at this picture. Anterior head and neck 4.5%. Front and back of left arm 9%, front of right arm 4.5%, posterior trunk 18%, front and back of right leg 18%, back of left leg 9%. So whole together 63%. This is our percentage of burn. That means the BSA, body surface area, that is 63%. Then we have to calculate it in kilogram. 180 pound is equal to how many kilogram? 2.2 pound is equal to 1 kilogram. So 180 pound, that means 180 divided by 2.2 means 81.8 kilogram. We can round it 82 kilogram. That is our weight. Then now we can move to our formula. Volume is equal to 4 ml into 63% into 82 kilogram. That is our formula. That means to 20,664 ml over the 24 hours. We got the answer for 24 hours amount of fluid. So the half should be advised for the first 8 hours. That means half means 10,332 ml over the first 8 hours. What is our question? Our question, they ask how much hourly they have to administer. So in the first 8 hours, we have to administer 10,332 divided by 8 is equal to 1,292 ml. Hourly, in the first 8 hours, we have to put 1,292 ml per hour. Okay, in the first 8 hours. The remaining 10,332 ml for 16 hours. So we have to calculate the hourly fluid for the over the next 16 hours. So 10,332 divided by 16 is equal to 645.75. We can round it 646 ml per hour over the next 16 hours. Now we can talk some points related to burn management. First of all, we have to stop the burning process and remove the client from the affected area. Then remove the tight clothing, dressing and jewelry from the person. Then we can put the affected area, the burn area, on a cool running water. We have to remind some points. Do not apply ice to the person. Do not apply any kinds of cream, lotion, butter, oil to the affected area. It is not good for the burn. So we can put our affected area on a cool running water, or we can soak it in cool water. Okay. Then we have to think about the hypothermia. The person may get hypothermia, so we have to give adequate amount of warmth to the person. Then there is a chance to get infection, so clean the area with mild soap and water and cover with clean dressing or any kind of clean clothes. Then put some kinds of ointment, antimicrobial ointment to the area. Then if we put the dressing should be non-adherent hydrocolloid dressing should be applied on the affected area. Then the person did not take injection tetanus recently, we have to give the immunization injection tetanus also to the person. These are the some points remember about the bed. Then now we can move one question related to this point. Our question is, a burn client has been having 1% silver sulfacidin applied to the burn twice a day for the last 3 days. Which of the following laboratory abnormalities indicate that the client is experiencing an adverse effect of this medication? First one, serum sodium of 120 milliequivalent per liter, pH 7.30, PCO2 35 mmHg, O3 90 milliequivalent per liter. Third option, serum potassium 3 milliequivalent per liter. Fourth one is white blood cell count 3000 cells. Then what is our question? What is the adverse effect of silver sulfadiazine? This is our question. So what is our answer? Our answer should be D. White blood cell count 3000 cells mm. This is our rationale. Transient leukopenia typically occur after 2-3 days of this treatment. So we have to think about the side effect and check the WBC count while administering this medicine. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe and share to your friends also. Thank you.